In the endless stream of Brahma, the human mind operates like a precisely running server, executing predetermined code day after day. Yet, hidden behind this is an automated schedule called chronic anxiety, akin to a cron job, pulling us into the illusion of Maya. The victim script is a pre-written narrative logic. The brain repeatedly plays this script because familiar pain feels safer than unknown freedom. It provides a twisted sense of certainty that the ego relies on to maintain its illusion of existence. To decode this automation, we must find the triggers. Why late at night or Monday mornings? These temporal nodes are compiled by the brain into cron commands to execute anxiety scripts. Identifying these triggers allows us to pause the automation. The illusion of the self under attack is the core of this script. We experience real physical stress responding to phantom threats generated by the Maya hologram. By questioning who exactly is feeling threatened, we crash the script. Linear time is Maya's most convincing illusion. Your nocturnal anxiety is often an emotional flashback, the brain loading cached memory. Anchoring consciousness in the absolute present dismantles the script's temporal stage. Psychological momentum acts like physical inertia. The brain favors the path of least resistance, which is often chronic anxiety. This ingrained neural highway represents our karma, requiring continuous mindfulness to break the physical momentum. The false utility of worry stems from magical thinking, the belief that anticipating the worst will prevent it. Letting go of this illusory shield of anxiety is necessary to dismantle the cron job and dance with the present. Neuroscience reveals the default mode network, DMN, acts as an out-of-control simulator during rest. Due to neuroplasticity, repetitive anxiety hardwires the brain. It's a hardware wiring issue, not a character flaw. The amygdala and hippocampus conspire to bind stress to specific temporal tags, creating context-dependent memory. Time itself becomes the trigger executing a phantom code of panic from the past. Circadian rhythms and cortisol fluctuations create interoception errors. The brain misinterprets the physiological dip at night as psychological doom, crafting a tragedy to explain the bodily void. As a prediction machine, the brain synthesizes worst-case scenarios to minimize prediction error and avoid disappointment. This self-sabotaging model creates a sick calmness at the cost of true peace. Epigenetics suggests these anxiety scripts might be legacy code inherited from ancestors facing real survival threats. Recognizing this family karma frees us from self-blame, allowing us to patch the ancestral bug. The brain paradoxically craves the victim role for its chemical feedback, equating pain with existence. To delete the cron job, we must honestly surrender the hidden gains and chemical rewards of our suffering. By applying Hebbian Theory, we can rewire the brain. Introducing an incompatible reaction at the trigger moment creates an interrupt, dismantling the old neural connections and upgrading you from NPC to sysadmin. Imagine a tiny bureaucratic IT guy in your brain named Ego, rigidly executing panic.sh every Sunday night. Seeing the absurdity of this outdated survival protocol is a humorous yet effective way to dissolve the anxiety. The ego is a terrible director obsessively producing low-budget disaster movies where you play the tragic hero. The next time he yells action, late at night, politely decline the role and leave the set. Trying to solve an emotional cron job with logic is like fighting a fire with a spreadsheet. Overthinking only provides more compute resources to the anxiety demon. Step out of the pointless debate. Spiritual bypassing is like playing guitar to a burning server rack. Forcing positive affirmations onto genuine panic causes severe system conflicts. True debugging requires honest observation without slapping smiley stickers on broken pipes. To become the root user of consciousness, execute the mental command cron L to observe your running scripts neutrally. You are the screen displaying the code, not the code itself. The technique of labeling assigns a PID to the emotional process. Saying "I'm not enough" script is running. PID 404 activates the prefrontal cortex and breaks the ego's secretive power. When observation isn't enough, apply a manual interrupt via somatic grounding, akin to pressing Ctrl+C. Channeling focus into immediate physical sensations forces the brain to halt its virtual disaster simulation. The final step is refactoring. Instead of deleting the cron job, replace panic.sh with peace.sh. Intentionally scheduling a deeply relaxing ritual at the exact trigger time rewires the neural pathway permanently. The ultimate realization in Leela is that the goal isn't achieving a flawless system without scripts. You recognize you are not the tragic hero, nor the anxious engineer, you are the vast, untainted awareness watching it all. In the end, the cron job triggers, but executes into an empty directory. No victim is there to receive it. Letting the machine run on empty brings grace, transforming the biological server into a vessel of divine consciousness.